Alright, time to properly start this bandwagon moving. So this is Tangled, the series, Rapunzel's Adventures and Knuckles, Season 2, Episode 1, well, with which originally was an entire, like, a 43-minute bulk, but got split into two for Disney+, Beyond the Corona Walls. So if you're on Disney+, we're gonna do part 1 first and then part 2, and just, cruising with the intermission. So, as seen from the end of the previous season, the Black Rocks are forming a path, and it's up to Rapunzel, Eugene, Lance, and a bunch of other characters from the Snuggy Duckling to see where they will take them. So, let's see how we start this journey, shall we? Start before the opening in 3, 2, 1, click.
So starting with this, you see we open up in a much different location for where the book opens. In fact, the entire intro changes each season.
While the song is similar, you can hear from the voice of Wendy Moore that it's a new take on that she recorded.
Is it?
I heard so much of the opening of season 1 that I actually understand that she's flexing a bit differently in voice.
And they got Claire Keane back to make some more pretty illustrations.
Usually I'm the one listening closest for these things, and I'll admit I'd never really noticed any noticeable differences unless she sings it.
Yeah, it's 24.
This event takes place between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m.
Unless it's the last episode of the most recent Jack Bauer one, where it's like between 11 p.m. and 8 a.m. I can't remember exactly. And you broke your sword.
I mean, it would work. 24 is a Disney series at this point.
Mm-hmm. They also got everybody back. Like I said, Claire Keane and Alan Menken.
Admittedly, because of the events of season 1, and for these obvious reasons, it's a bit of a shame that Varian doesn't come to join, which probably would have been something he would have enjoyed, but he chose his own fate.
Given what they... Well, I'll say for now, I really would have liked if he had come along for his redemption. I'll explain more much later, because I don't want to spoil deets, but yeah. What you need to know is, we're essentially on the road to follow these spikes, but being followed by Two-Face here.
Yeah.
Who is this person?
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
But before we step forward, let's turn back the clock.
25 years ago.
Also, I saw that font somewhere else. And yes, that character is voiced by fucking Bruce Campbell. Sure.
Bruce Campbell, eh?
Thankfully, it's a rather... Oh, that guy looks familiar.
Yes. Yes, he does.
Ash, no!
You're gonna hurt yourself.
I slept too long! Yeah, also, yes, you need to voice the magical incantation before. Klatu Barada Nikto.
Wait, did they only get Bruce Campbell for 3 lines?
No.
Dame da name. You also notice that the animation is slightly better, a bit of an improvement, so I guess a bigger budget.
But what's this? Two-Face, actually, as you may have remembered, she had a sword made from that black spike, and that's where she got it.
Coincidence.
But enough on that, let's go to present day.
Hey Frank, this is how you do time capsule.
And here we have a new Alan Menken and Glenn Slater song.
I'm gonna be honest, this might legit be my favorite song from Season 2. Yeah, I know. The opening one. Well, the first one.
Road trip, road trip.
Yep.
Thought we were trying to stop. Alright, never mind. Time for a song, I guess.
So yeah, like I said at the end of the previous season, next stop, anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what Persona
Of course,
5
like every Disney princess, she gets the scene where the birds flock out as she sings.
Yes,
As she
Eugene
stands
gets
on
a
the
new
edge
outfit.
of a
So,
cliff
The
overlooking the
capsules do get a new
scenery.
outfits in general for merchandising purpose.
So in terms of road trip stories, this is what Persona 5 Strikers was missing. The main characters singing a song.
Sure, why not? We've seen them dance, why not sing as well?
Or Final Fantasy 15. Surprised that despite the boy band comparison, Noctis and the others did never song.
You know,
anything.
given how much Atlas is milking Persona 5 dry, I would not be surprised if eventually we get a singing game.
Actually, there's already one, Jova.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, the Dancing All Night trilogy.
No, I'm talking about one where they sing, not the dancing one. I already mentioned dancing.
Well, it's both singing and dancing, but also ships. Oh
So
no!
So when did this season come out?
2018.
2018, right. So, you're considering... I'm guessing
Have fun
animations...
getting all that mud out of your hair.
I'm guessing... Yeah, I've got the mud in my hair. So yeah, honestly, I'm surprised they were able to... You're considering that Zachary Levy was going to be off doing Shazam at some point. I'm surprised they didn't run into an issue like, say, in the Timon and Pumbaa cartoon, where Nathan Lane was too busy most of the time.
Also, please tone down on the singing. I feel like even more of a third wheel than usual.
So yeah, if I recall correctly, our companions are Cassandra, Lance, Hookfoot, Shorty, and I think there's another one.
Yes, Shorty, for some reason.
Okay, we established at the end of season 1 he's Nagoldini, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, fun with all these black spikes
Oh,
around.
and I guess Cassandra's decided, screw it, I'll sing too.
I want to sing as well.
To be fair, it was Shiroi who made the joke that she wasn't gonna sing. So.
I mean, to be fair, even I found it weird that Cassandra goes from, hey, stop fooling around, to going, what the heck, I'ma sing too.
Also,
Can't beat him, join him.
Also, the transition to the singing was a bit sudden. It's like, okay, let's go to do this thing. And we shall.
But yeah, no,
Also,
this
I
song,
love Cassandra singing.
but yeah, no, I mean,
and-
this
well,
song is
well,
awesome.
Well, Eden Espinosa is a Broadway actress, Shiroi, so this is something she can do in her sleep.
Yeah, you're jumping about singing. You won't catch me doing it. Oh, no, wait.
Sun and Moon.
That was a good Pokemon story.
Ominous.
It was.
Dark and light motifs, everyone's favorite.
Let me guess. Is it going to be an episode where Eugene loses the ring?
Once.
No.
Best friend.
Your chances of being best man are thinning.
You'll be worst man in a minute.
Oh, God.
You are
Awkward.
horrible.
I can explain.
It'd be less awkward to say I stole the ring.
I thought you were past the loving yourself too much era, Eugene.
Hey. Sometimes I have.
Oh, there we go. I forgot it. Now we discover that we have a clan and someone a stowaway.
No, I said
No, that is a smoke. That's steam. Steam from the Steam clans were having.
I thought you were going to say marry me. Like, you're so merry, Rapunzel.
How suspicious.
Oh, look, there's like.
Oh my god, what was that?
Jesus.
Oh my god. What in the eldritch?
Well, you could use them to scare your enemies.
I highly
Yeah,
doubt
we had
that.
to hear that.
Oh.
What a great start, but the
Oh.
supplies are completely dry.
So great to have you around, Shorty.
Oh,
Oh, God, well done.
made less cry. Get on with it.
Yeah, come on, guys, you're starving, aren't you?
This
Yeah,
is a serious, this is a serious walk they're going on. It seems like this walk could very much alter the course of their lives.
Yeah, I'm with Cassandra. This is a little too awkward.
I'll
You're
get in the
wasting
corner
too
and think
much.
about what you've done.
You're wasting too much time.
Same, Pascal. Same.
Oh.
Oh.
Seems, this place has seen better
Well, beauty is in the
days.
eye of the beholder.
Look at the rustic aesthetic.
I don't know, because I'm just like,
Any percentage speed run.
Yeah, well, you get well, the rustic aesthetic. It's quite interesting.
Ooh, Tetanus Town.
oh, I love this one here.
Get lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, Wednesday Adams grew up and she moved here. I don't.
No.
Oh, that explains the aesthetic.
No, wait, hold on. That can't be. Her hair doesn't look like nooses.
She dyed it. So.
Well, Jova, her hair is only in the 2019 animated film.
It's
and
also
sequel,
like that in. It was also like that in later adaptations, as well as the live action one. In fact, I believe that's where it started, actually.
No. The Wednesday
Uh-oh.
TV series doesn't have the newses.
Well, the point is, she's had the nooses and other stuff aside from
Yeah,
that.
we have not stopped having guests. It's time for actually to get the payoff of that guy that Lance and Flynn worked for. And yeah, so that's Lance Erickson. Again, this series tends to have very weird cameos.
Well, there's still a better role for him than what he was also doing around this time. So
Context?
Trying to
Detroit.
think. True.
Oh.
Was he also in Alien
Oh.
Covenant? I forgot. I don't think so. It was in Prometheus, but that was 2012. And yes, she's eating an apple just to be more of an asshole.
Hi. How you doing?
Well, I mean, you know, she gave them a kind greeting.
I love this bit here, actually.
Yeah, come on, guys. You said 5 words.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Hold on. What makes it is Eugene's comeback.
Shorty.
Hold on.
Oh. Took you long enough.
I mean, considering all that, they got off pretty easy.
Uh-huh.
I love that line.
So what's this character's name?
Vex.
Let-
Bex.
Yeah,
Classic,
basically this town is populated by assholes.
including the Weasel, the guy voiced by Gideon Emery we saw in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be fine. They're having coffee.
Actually, I forgot who she's voiced by.
Alone. Adira, here we are. She's voiced by Kelly Hu.
Okay.
She was Karai in the 2012 TMNT show.
Okay.
To be fair, Cassandra literally did not listen to her to take her hands off.
I mean, this is a stranger,
With a
like,
very-
wanting to talk
very
alone with a
peaceful,
royal,
yeah.
so, like...
She
Oh.
was literally just doing her duty.
Although the
yeah,
although
Cassandra's in the right here to start with.
although keep in mind, even Rapunzel was saying, "Cass, let's not." So
yeah,
like,
but Rapunzel's pretty naive, as we
Yeah, I
know,
was about
so,
to say.
like...
I know my point is like, well, I find it weird that Rapunzel goes from "Cass, let's not" to "Oh, well." Suddenly now she's against Adira.
Well, that's because Adira hit Cassandra, and like she said, you don't get to do that.
It's not so much that she hit Cassandra; she pulled Cassandra off of her and threw her to the ground, essentially.
Well, that's not allowed either, I guess.
And yeah, she has done the Dracul Mihawk thing from One Piece where she doesn't use her sword until it's necessary.
Oh, Vex, she's voiced by Britt Robertson, who was in
Nope.
Tomorrowland.
Despite everything, even that sword cannot cut the hair. Bye.
Yeah, bye. I got bored.
Gasp.
No.
Who's they?
You'll see.
The problem
Now, I know we know, but it's like...
Fancy palace.
And there you go, someone that was built up in the first season.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go.
Long time no see.
We mentioned him in the first season, but now we finally see the guy.
We're trying to be civilized here.
Yeah. We'll kill him later.
So yeah, if you've been if you're watching this on Disney Plus and you've been paying attention to the subtitles, you may notice that the word stallion now has a different spelling for this season.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Oh, it gets even better.
Of course.
Goody. But wait, it gets even better.
Please.
But this is a Disney show,
Right.
so.
Oh, she a yandere. You left a yandere at the altar, my boy.
Run.
Okay, what happens to you from now on is your fault, buddy.
Oh, no, wait. You can't run.
Shotgun wedding.
That ring is not just for show. Little. From what Bond movie did you come out of?
I know, right?
Aw, it's
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you
cute.
find in an old from an old Bond villain.
Like, keep in mind, literally the whole... Okay, that was a tarantula, but
Is
still.
that also like that Venom in MGS3, but it also causes a raging
I'm gonna put it in your
erection?
ears.
Is this like the Bond film is crawling on his skin? Well, this time it's not going on glass.
Oh. Of course.
She's
So
got
how
it.
is Flynn gonna get out of this one?
Yeah, okay. Whether it's on him or not, this is a bit strong arming.
And so our
that's where
episode
Thank
Thank you
comes
for
to
your
a close.
contribution, Shorty.
So, again, how will Flynn get out of this one? Which we have to find in part 2.
It's
So,
simple. Just play this song and everyone will run away.
well, see you after the intermission. Alright, so here's for part 2. Just like the other cases in season 1, considering we're mostly attuning to what Disney Plus does, start before the intro. However, if you have the copy that includes the two parts mushed together, start at the black screen after part 1 ended, with Shorty's hilarious quip. And the others, in this case, Jova, or Dweebs, since we're on Disney Plus, will cue you in after the intro is over. So let's start in 3, 2, 1, click.
And so, we once again open in on what I assume is the inside of the carriage based off of that scenery. Like, with
No
the
wall between me and my destiny.
Like, with the first season, you know, it's clearly within, like, Rapunzel's room, but for this season, it opens on something different.
I guess it makes sense, again, considering the... Also, I did mention the merchandising thing, but as I mentioned, I think, during the discovering of behind the scenes, the merchandising for this series was not really that much, and it did not sold even that much to begin with.
Kind of a shame. We can talk more about that later. Anyway, go.
Alright, then.
Yeah, so, okay, in regards to the Stallion thing, I honestly do not think that they initially planned to have Stallion turn out to be the Baron's daughter because, again, just look at the subtitles from the original. Like, you know, it's still a stallion as in the horse. One thing South Park did after a certain revelation regarding Token's name was the spelling, and after that revelation, they actually did go to the trouble of restructuring his name to match that in the subtitles, essentially. The twist being that Stan was actually spelling it wrong, essentially.
To be fair, for all we know, it could have been a mistake on part of the subtitle people.
You talking
Yeah.
about South Park or this?
No, this.
Again, though, I really don't get the inkling that they were planning the daughter thing even without that in mind, since it does seem like a very out there thing, seeing as how all of the references back then seem to suggest that Flynn stole the stallion as opposed to leaving Stallion at the altar.
Anyway, Rapunzel about to beat a child.
Yeah.
Again, trust me, Vex is a pain, so she has every right to.
Do
Yep.
any others?
How wonderful.
Amazing.
He's such a great person. Damn.
I mean, you are a bad guy, so
Yeah, that's what she just said.
I will say this, Stallion is definitely one of my more favorite antagonists in the series. I feel like she picks up where... God, I can't even remember what was originally the main antagonist of the pilot kind of dropped off.
Also, Disney have made a really weird change with the subtitles that makes some sense when you think about it, but didn't work in practice.
Oh, are you talking about how some seem to, like, veer off all the way to the right?
The right or the left, like they seem to follow where the character is actually standing, which, you know, again, is fine in theory, but because I have such large subtitles, they don't lap properly, so they get cut off at the bottom of the video.
For
Well,
me,
tell
for
me
some reason, the ones that show up to the
Right.
right go all the way to the point where they get cut off by the right side.
Yeah, like the bottom line is completely cut off.
Get your subtitles straight, Disney Plus. I mean, fortunately, I'm watching the original digital copies from Disney On Demand, and those are just at the center like they should be.
So, basically, Blondie, Varian married a yandere. Simple as that.
With a not very generous dad.
Oh, guys, I can't believe Eugene's totally abandoned Rapunzel. No!
To be fair, they really don't do much of the whole misunderstanding breakup act.
Well, technically, we the audience know why he's doing this, so it's not really
What I'm referring, Pedro, is to the fact that if you forgot, a lot of movies with bad script tend to do instead of that, and despite the audience knowing, and instead you're having the characters catching up. Also, yes.
Lance, your eyes are a little
I hope that venom is not contagious.
Yes,
Well,
Trevor?
that's probably sure because he was poisoned. Go on.
By
Joe.
poison.
I will say this, I feel like they could have eased off a bit on the humor of Lance being, well, slowly dying in that regard to the point where he's speaking that wacky stuff, because I do feel like that clashes a bit with the tone here and there.
Sure you do.
Of course, I know you. Like you will know me.
You know, Flynn's not my name.
yandere.
Yep.
Actually, we haven't checked whose voice is her.
What's her name?
Stallion.
But it's spelled with a Y.
Let's see. She's voiced by Yvonne Stravowski.
Huh.
She was in 24.
Huh! It's funny. We were referencing 24 earlier.
And this was before the Fox buyout. Well, slightly.
Let's see. Oh, she was also on Chuck, which also has Eugene Levy.
You mean Zachary Levy?
Zachary Levy.
Or 412.
Eugene Levy is Jim's dad from American Pie.
Yes, Eugene.
She was also
decided it took a day to abandon.
she was also in The Predator.
What's that? You're not gonna marry? What's that? You're not gonna marry
was
me?
she the
Fine,
scientist?
I'll marry somebody else then.
No.
Let's see.
That was Olivia Munn you're thinking of. Basically, she played
Okay.
the mother of the autistic kid in The Predator.
Oh. So,
Yeah.
the irresponsible parent.
Yep.
Great. That's the thing with the Predator. You're thinking, oh, what character is that? And you just pick your poison. I don't think there's a single good character in that movie.
Yeah.
Maybe the protagonist sniper guy, but
I think one of the better characters in that movie was the guy who just gave people the mission.
Wasn't that the villain?
yeah, that was supposed to be the villain.
That's
That
because I
kills
can't.
himself.
I can't think of anything problematic about him.
Dwibs, he literally
guess,
dies by accidentally shooting his own head off with an alien cannon.
The point being, in case because you may not know, Shiri, The Predator is a very bad movie.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's not the last movie in the Predator series nowadays.
Yeah. Prey may not be the best Predator movie, but is definitely a good return to form.
To be fair, how do you make a movie
Movie
that surpasses
worse than the Predator,
the
yeah.
first Predator movie?
Never
I'm
underestimate the abilities of the human mind.
No, that's what I was saying. I was just like, Prey is not the best Predator movie you were saying, Joe. But at the same time, how do you even go about making a movie better than the first Predator?
I think Predators was on the
Oh.
verge of doing that, but fucked up towards the end.
I didn't really like Predators, though. Okay, granted, I think I can see where you're coming from.
But yeah, anyway, also this scene serves also to establish again the fact that despite having a more, brash attitude and everything, Cassandra still cares, not just about Rapunzel and Eugene and, their relationship. So she's there to set up things straight.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course it was gonna.
Hold on. But Rapunzel, from your perspective, as far as you know, Eugene maybe changed his mind. So are you going to just,
Well, Cassandra just told her that, it's not really how that works.
How
Yeah,
awkward would it be if...
I'm joking.
How awkward would it be if it turned out Eugene was actually serious about this and Rapunzel's just crashing a wedding?
They're like, all right, Eugene, here. I just knocked down knocked her down. Now you can come here. Rapunzel, I'm actually I don't.
Wow,
I
seriously?
actually, yeah.
And Max can take down a lot of them alone, I think.
Cassandra went to the Leroy Jenkins School of Infiltrating.
All right, let's. Oh,
Everyone just keeps running into this girl.
Hooray.
Rapunzel's face was so devious. It's like, have you always wanted to do this or something?
Again, it's also established in season 1. I think she actually did pick a few bad habits from our Gothel. Also, from which Oddworld game are you cosplaying from?
Dungeons and Dragons.
That's not even close to what I was referencing.
No. I mean, there actually is a board game of Dungeons and Dragons, and that costume does look like
not
one
what
of
I was
the
mentioning.
thief ones.
hold on.
Oh, that's cute.
I like it. Nice touch.
Cobra McBlood.
What in the Hideo Kojima is this?
That name.
That sounds more like a character that Rob Liefeld will create.
Hold on.
Night flies. Yeah.
Qualified.
Welcome to the salty spittoon. Are you
Wait.
tough enough?
How tough are you?
How tough are you? Okay, actually, I'm glad that whole thing about
Like I told the Dreams, they really were not gonna do that extensively.
I wonder why they bothered setting it up in the first place, but whatever.
It was for like that little short bout of doubt moment, but of course to get back up on the feet afterwards.
There you go. And yes, this means that they pulled the same shtick Melody did in Little Mermaid 2.
Yeah. We want to minimize casualties, mainly to ourselves from ourselves. Clovis, eh?
Oh yeah, you're here too, Shorty, I guess.
Weird that they kept Shorty around for the serious moment, but then again, he probably wouldn't have been able to explain what was going on. Ah, beautiful day for a wedding, isn't it? The spikes are showing
It's
and
only
everything.
3 people. Isn't it usually a string quartet the one which should be playing?
It depends.
It's a swan.
She's just jealous of the Swan Princess.
Oh, absolutely.
She's
And
not-
yeah, again, and I'm sure between these two, those two series, that one is actually better at war building. A string quartet, well, the third people, 3 people version of the wedding march.
Oh boy. What a wonderful time to be mentioning that at someone else's wedding.
Yeah. And then the guy behind you just breaks his neck while she's talking.
She is about to... Her intent is to set off an explosive at a wedding. God damn.
Oh.
Oh, this
love
is
I love what. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
No, the diamond isn't in the rough.
Touch your
The rock must be broken or something.
I swear, this doesn't usually happen. I usually perform just fine.
why would you bring it out here?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you be careful. Don't break the antidote by accident.
Oh yeah, Max, we got that.
Notice
Max-
the
Max
vaccine,
is the Max is the backup plan.
He should have been Plan A.
Well, that's the thing, Shiro. Rapunzel wanted to try a stealthier approach first.
Well, again, her idea apparently was going to be to set off an explosive at the wedding to prove her point. Like, damn,
I
girl's
feel like-
determined. Yes, Roy?
She's definitely taken out of her father, taken after her father in terms of her definition of stealth.
Also, Cass, you're enjoying this a bit too much.
Cass is a bloodthirsty one. That's kind of always been a thing.
The
I know,
whole.
that's what I-
Ooh. Damn.
Well, Eugene, your lifelong dream of girls literally fighting over you has finally come to fruition.
I mean, to be fair, she didn't exactly, what's her name?
Yeah.
Didn't really
Yeah, ladies, we can probably work this out.
I'm
In that
surprised.
You're
pile
both
of mud
beautiful.
over there.
I mean, what were you expecting? Also, I'm surprised that none of the Monkey Island games I've ever did that with Guybrush being stuck in between two women like that.
Is that a thing? Show up and give exposition.
Yeah.
No, she also helps, as you can see. I love how she was at the party, right for the specific, like she's, and she's like, well, no, actually, it's because of this. Wait, have you been here all this time? Yes, I have. I mean, I'm allowed to go to parties too, aren't I?
Of course, he gets his own personal kind of sword.
Can everyone sword fight?
Yes.
It helps in the career of swashbuckling.
It's like in Shira. You probably be a bit
Hold on.
if you watch
Oh.
Tintin, because
Bite him first in the first.
Thanks to Shorty, the barrel is gonna get foiled like that.
Oops.
anyway,
Oh, would you look at that? Every drop of antidote just went down Lance's throat.
And yes,
Aw.
Pedro.
Just because everyone watching Tintin, Shira, because in Tintin everybody can use every tool and every vehicle known to man. So.
And now the Baron is going to die.
Bye. Sure.
Basically, yeah, you best sleep with one eye open, because she'll be coming for you.
Get rejected at your own wedding. Damn.
Again. Wait, oh my
Damn.
god. He rejected a yandere twice, both times at the wedding. Wow.
Do you take this woman to
How
be your
much do
lawful?
you eat?
Do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife? Well, I don't know. I would have to do a good weighing of the pros and the cons. Like I would have to, give this some thought.
Can you imagine if in the middle of that he said "I do" as part of the sentence, but the priest took it as saying "I do" for the wedding? Well, I do have to get. All right, you're married. What? No, I meant no.
A translation again. We'll think about it when this is over.
Again, if you've seen Tangled Ever After, you know what the answer's eventually going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Although, granted, I
Not
think...
even the original movie.
Yeah.
Remember, that was the
yeah.
last phrase. Huh?
Yeah, even the original movie.
What's wrong with swords? Come on, man.
Like, shoot, again, are they just taking digs at the Swan Princess? Like, damn, Disney, you already buried them at the box office with Lion King.
Oh yeah, in case you're wondering, yes, the series will start shipping Lance with our
Adira.
mysterious, Black Sword lady. And I dig
Back off, she's mine.
that. But yeah, this also serves to establish that ramps cannot really use the power of the rocks anymore.
She reminds me a bit of Mulan. Except taller.
Wait a
Her
minute.
outfit is inspired by
So there you go. She has the other. She has another
the
part of the
other
scroll.
scroll. And if you remember, Varian found that in his house, which belonged to his father. Actually, no, that was in the flower, my bad. But Freckleclay was the father that gave it to the king at that point.
Well, my work here is done.
But she did something, though.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
actually did. So, give her credit.
I did stuff.
I ate cake while helping you.
I saved your lives.
Yeah, and I'll probably do it like
Oh,
50
come-
more times.
You can also tell that the wagon is CGI in a lot of shots, but they managed to integrate it well. And she will just follow them closely. But not too close.
Huh.
In the shadows.
As you've already gathered by this episode, she's basically trying to make sure they get
And
to
yes,
the
we
destination
still
safely.
have this as the ending theme.
I was gonna say, why is this
Damn
still
it,
the theme?
By the way, fun fact, you know how I mentioned that she's in the series Chuck alongside Zachary Levi? Guess what? She plays a character who later becomes Zachary Levi's girlfriend and later wife, so...
Seriously, with this instrumental cue, I'm expecting almost Rapunzel starting to do the Fortnite taunt dance.
But no, seriously, I have to wonder, was it intentional, this bit where they had the woman who plays his girlfriend and wife in that other show play essentially as yandere
I
stalker
mean,
in
it
this
could
one?
be. That's what this casting gag called for. So, but still,
Possible.
honestly, again, very interesting way to start the season. I was bringing back a couple of things from season one, while also establishing a few things that will have to be recurring, like answering questions that the viewer might have, like say, "Oh, Raps can just use the power of rocks that are as content." No, she can't. While also showcasing that despite the confidence that the group gathered in season one, the threats outside of Corona can still ambush them and potentially be as dangerous. So it's not a walk in the park, basically.
I do like also the setup regarding Stallion as a potential recurring force as well.
Mm-hmm.
Also, she's a legit yandere. That's interesting to see. Like, it's a
Well,
case
I
where...
mean, she was
I
threatening
get the
to
feeling-
kill. She was threatening to kill Lance more. So it was more the father that.
I get the feeling, Joe, do you have a thing for yandere characters?
There are... Okay, they tend to be fun to see in media. When done right, of course.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that leaves to the next episode, which is called The Return of Wade. See you for that.
See ya.
Yeah.
That's it.